This is a video I would make just because I've had a lot of questions asking me about this, especially while I was doing Conquest on my live stream over on twitch.tv. If you don't already follow on there, be sure to follow on there. So this video, I'm going to give you guys my Conquest tips and just explain my ideal way to beat Conquest. It's not necessarily the best, but for me, it's the easiest way to do it. Before we get in to the tips, I just want to say that my brother, Twin Gaming TV, recently started his own channel. Is going to be daily uploading MLB The Show 18. There will be a link in the description for you guys to go check him out and subscribe to him. On this video, let's see if we can get, 6 million likes, since we got 6 million fans in the bottom right corner. Subscribe for more MLB The Show 18 videos. I'm definitely going to try and be making as many as possible, the best videos that I can, giving tips like this for other things like missions. So if there's anything that you guys want to see tips on, let me know that down in the comment section below. If you want to see tips on maybe the Conquest missions, just any of the missions, anything like that you have questions about that I could make a video on, or if you just have a question, I can try and reply to your comment as well and hopefully answer your question. Like I said though, we're going to be going over Conquest, and I'm going to be giving my tips on beating Conquest as easily as possible. And the reason I have the camera right here is just because I'll go ahead and turn it off. There's no strongholds or anything. I wanted to put it in a place and make it small enough where I'm not blocking anything that might be important. Right on my left, you can see what turn it is, and then way in the bottom right, you can see you can see what type of turn it is. So attack, and then there's like reinforce and stuff. And then over on the bottom right corner, we got the turn, the number of territories, and the fan. So I'm just going to kind of go over the basics a little bit, go through each turn as we get to them, and then really dive into my strategy. So, if you press square, you can see how many fans each team has in their stronghold. Wow, man, that's kind of unfair. I didn't even notice that, the Giants started with 15. Oops, didn't mean to exit now. So, okay, we're on the attack phase. So what I do personally is just try and get as many spaces as possible for the first few turns, because the more spaces you have, the more reinforcements you'll get per turn. So, we'll just go to the right up here, go this way, and, I set up a little wall in between me and the Twins. So now, we got to skip the AI moves, and then we go ahead and use our last attack turn, and now we are on the steal fans phase. This is something you might use for the extreme Conquest missions. There's one to beat the Cubs, take them out on turn 2. So, you probably want to steal fans from the Cubs just so you can play them on a lower difficulty, but that will be for another video when we really go into that. So for me, for Conquest, I skip this phase every time. I never do the steal fans phase. So we just go ahead and skip to reinforce. And again, so now I'm gonna start here and just try and build up our territories. So move fans, this is something you might do later on. If say you have a whole bunch of fans up here, like you have 60 million fans here, and you want to put them down here so you can move up the East Coast. But for the most part, you're going to be skipping the move fans turn, honestly, pretty much every time. And then now we're back to attack. So again, gonna try and be getting just as many spaces as possible. I'm gonna go down this way just so I can sort of build a wall in between myself and the Rockies now. So you see we have the wall in between the Twins and the Rockies. Now we're gonna be building up this wall. Or we have a wall between me and the Twins. Now we're gonna be doing a wall between me and the Rockies. Skip the steal fans phase. We're back to reinforce. Gonna go ahead and just put the 2 here. Skip the move fans and build up our spaces again. Continue to set up this little wall between us and the Rockies. Skip the steal fans, go to reinforce, and it's honestly just rinse and repeat like this until you get as many spaces as you can. So we're just going to continue attacking, continue building up this wall a little bit. Ooh, okay, so we're going to go up this way because the Rockies did go that way. We don't want to attack them, and we're going to just go, I think we're going to go down this way, just kind of, so get all these spaces in here. And we actually could, so this is where I struggle a little bit personally. It just kind of depends on how you do it. So I'm going to reinforce here and do it a little bit differently than I normally do. So normally I would go up this way and just fill in these spots, but this time I'm going to go ahead and just build up the wall in between me and the Rockies. Just keep that wall being built, and then I can fill in those in a little bit. So now, you know, we're still strengthening the border that we have, skipping to the reinforced phase, and I'm gonna go ahead and do one here, and then the rest of them here, just to get more spaces. And then the next reinforce is where we'll start actually reinforcing our borders a little bit. So we'll go ahead and go over here, go up and go this way. Just keep doing this and just trying to get as many spaces as possible. And you need to kind of judge. So, you know, this is something you kind of need to do too. So we see that the Twins right here have 2 on each of these on the wall, and then the Rockies have 2 right here. So my typical strategy when I'm doing Conquest is on my borders, when I'm near anybody, so, you know, I'm near the Mariners here, the Rockies here, the Twins here, what I want to do is have 1 more than they have next to me. So they have 2, I want 3. So, you know, they have 2 right there, I want 3 here. Now, we're not able to do that in this phase, but it's not a big deal, because we'll just go ahead and skip the attack phase. We don't have any more territories we can get, and we'll just go ahead and go to the reinforce phase, so we can strengthen our borders as much as possible. Get this to 3. They have 3 right here, and you need to kind of use your own judgment too, whether you think they'll actually attack you. I really don't think they will here, and I think it's probably the best idea to get these spaces up top, so we can continue to get our reinforcements. And I'm probably just going to keep going with this, showing you guys exactly what I would do until it really gets to the part where it's just, I mean, right now, it's honestly, I didn't even mean to do that. I'm so dumb. So 1, 2, and then we need to add 3 more fans. There we go. So yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, you know, we can kind of strengthen these a little bit if we need. Just keep that up top. All right, move to the attack phase. So now we go up here, we fill in the rest of these if we can. Keep going that way, and there we go. So now we're going to be on to the reinforce phase again, and this is where the next kind of step comes into place. So reinforcements, you know, we just kind of want to keep strengthening that border a little bit. Just make it so they're not going to be able to take us over at all. Just make sure we have that up there. And yeah, so I guess we're still not quite to the point where I'm at. And for me, Conquest takes a lot more turns than other people. For some reason, I don't really know exactly why. I haven't really seen other people do it too often, but it's still easy for me. You know, this is gonna take you. You know, it took me about 1 hour and 50 minutes doing this strategy, which is kind of long, but you know, there's a lot of map that you do need to pick up. So our border's pretty solid. You know, we're pretty good. For the most part, we can just go here if we want to, just kind of reinforce there. And now is where the next step comes into play, actually. So on the next attack phase, you can see we have this 9 up here. You want to put all your leftover reinforcements after your border is strong enough where you think it's going to be good. And you want to take over the spaces surrounding a stronghold. You don't want to actually do the strongholds until the very end. You know, I personally surround every single stronghold, and then the last thing I do in Conquest is play all 30 games to take over the strongholds. And, you know, say the Astros take over the Rangers stronghold. So there's 2 Astros logos on the map. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get the missions counted for, you know, taking over the Rangers stronghold. So you guys can see right here, we got 9 reinforcements, and we simulate the games. You're not playing any games. No games are played in Conquest until you take on the strongholds. Those are the only games that you will play. And I'll explain why you want to surround each stronghold. So you want to get the spaces around each one. That's what we're doing right now. That's why we're simulating these games and taking over these spaces. And if you do that, then the Mariners, see, I'm surrounding them now. If I have all these surrounded, it's going to be disconnected from these 2, and that means they can't reinforce those territories. So if we were able to successfully take out these next 4 in this turn, the Mariners would not be able to reinforce at all. The only thing they would be able to do is attack me with their stronghold. So that's why we want to do that. The reason we're simulating all these games and surrounding the strongholds is to break their chain. So we're 1 away. So we didn't quite do it this turn, but we're separating, we're disconnecting them. And that's the same reason why you want to reinforce your borders. You know, if the Rockies were able to take me out here, here, and here, I would only be able to reinforce the territories that are connected directly to my stronghold. And so they would have broken me off from all of these if they took out this lineup here. So that's why you want to reinforce your borders. You don't want other teams to be able to come and take you out. So we're done with this attack phase, and we're going to go ahead and just skip ahead to the next reinforcement one. And I'm probably just going to keep doing this for a little bit just so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. And just if you're still confused a little bit, I'll try and explain it as well as I can, and just kind of hopefully let you guys get the hang of it and really see what we're doing. Again, just, you know, strengthening my border. I really don't want them to be able to take me out at all. I don't see, this is something that I'm still not sure of. I probably should have figured this out before I actually did it. I don't know for sure if I can, so I don't know if something's disconnected if I'm able to attack. So I don't know if the Mariners would be able to attack me with their threes. You know, see to the right of the highlighted one up there. I don't know if the Mariner would be able to attack me if I do disconnect from their stronghold from that. That's just going to have to be something that, you know, maybe you guys figure out on your own, or it does happen here in this video. And we're on the reinforced phase again. They did take over this one from me. And I think my goal here is just really going to be to disconnect them from their stronghold, not let them reinforce anymore. So we're going to pile all 13 million of our reinforcements into there and take out the Mariner stronghold. If you guys have conquest tips for other people, things that I'm not doing efficiently, you know, things like that, definitely, you know, leave other tips in the comment section below. I'm not a conquest master by any means. This is just for me the easiest and best way to do it. So this is kind of the strategy I use. I'm personally gonna go ahead and make my way down to the Giants over here, try and surround them, and possibly take out the Rockies as well in the next few turns, or surround them and not take them out, because we're going to be taking out the teams at the end. So we're just going to, you know, continue down here, make our way to the Giants. We'll get as far as we get. Something that people seem to be saying from last year is it's harder to, you know, win in simulations. Like the computer is seeming like, you know, a 6 versus 1, it's possible that the computer takes me out. And you guys can see here the Twins are starting to try and get through in here. So I'm going to just, you know, take out this one, try and get my border back. And we're on 3 million fans on that territory. They got 3 right here. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, they're making their way through. So we just got to go here and make sure they just don't get closer to us. They're trying to disconnect us, and we don't want them to do that. Oh, wow, man. They're really actually doing it. So hopefully we win this simulation here. Trying to defend ourselves. We're going to win it. And the disconnect seems to be gone. All right, one more. Man, the Twins are ruthless. They're really trying to take me out right now. I wasn't expecting them to do that. All right, so I think I'm just going to let them have that one. Is this mine? Oh, wait, this is a Twins one right here. See, this is what happened to me on stream last night, too. I got confused because of the colors. It was hard for me to tell which one was mine, which one was the Twins, because they're so similar in color. So, you know, you might want to make your team color green or something so it's not as hard to tell. And the Rockies are really pushing up here. So we're just going to try and get the Giants surrounded real quick and keep going on. Go down this way. 3-0. We got that there. Gonna try and get this one here. It's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, it doesn't happen there. And we're gonna be on to our next reinforced turn. So really gonna try and reinforce our borders a little bit here. Just get the edges going. Pile 2 into all of these. I typically will do 3 million fans surrounding each stronghold, but right now it's just I don't quite have the fans to be able to do that. Let's see. I'm gonna pile in here and just try and take out the Rockies the next turn. So we're gonna go ahead and just skip this attack phase here. And I think I'm doing this even worse than I did on my stream last night. That's not great for this video, but I'm really gonna just try and keep it going for you guys. So basically, to sum it up, you want to just try and get as many territories as possible and surround all the strongholds before you do anything else, just because that stops them from being able to reinforce, which will stop them from pretty much having a chance at the game. If you surround a stronghold, that team will pretty much be done for in Conquest. Almost got the Rockies surrounded. I think we should be able to do it on this turn. However, they might come back and attack me and break up the surrounding at some point during this turn. We got a 3 million fan gonna be attacking him. Oh, okay, so yeah, we can't even do that now. And I can try to do this here. They have 3 millions right next to this one. And yeah, so we got one more territory there. All right, I'm gonna risk it all. Risk the million fans here. We didn't do it, and we're on to the next turn here. All right, so we'll just go back to the next one. You guys can see the Giants over on my left actually started to take over a little bit. They didn't let us fully surround them. Got to skip to this reinforced phase, pile them on here just to make sure we can, just make it a little bit less likely that they'll attack us. Pile these on here. Gonna throw, I think 5 million fans should be enough there, and then the rest. Man, I'm worried that the Twins might start attacking us. I'm just gonna throw the rest here and try and get the Giants in this turn, though. I really want to, surround the Rockies, surround the Giants, just kind of show you guys what I'm doing more, and like really get the West Coast so you guys can see it in action. And maybe I'll do that and just simulate through a little bit, just so you guys can kind of see me do the same steps over and over, because it's pretty much going to be the same thing. I'm trying to attack, surround a stronghold, attack, surround strongholds, reinforce as many territories as possible, just get as many spaces as possible, and surround all the territories that I can. So I think right now I'm just going to simulate a little bit for you guys, and just hopefully get to the point that I want to be at for this. All right, so we're finally kind of where we want to be. It's turn 32. It took me 45 turns to take over the entire board and surround all the strongholds on stream last night. And like I said, I'm not super fast at this, but it is pretty easy for me to do. I'm sitting here. I was listening to music, on my phone, watching stuff, and this is just something to kind of do while you're maybe watching YouTube videos, watching streams, stuff like that, watching Netflix. It's just kind of something that, for me at least, that this portion of it, and even the games, is just kind of something you can do just while you're doing something else. You're 100% of your focus doesn't need to be on it. So if you guys were paying attention there, you guys kind of saw that we surrounded all these strongholds. You might have seen, a few times I forgot to move some fans, and a few times I might have gotten into attack. I skipped the attack phase on accident. So this is the basic strategy. We surround all the strongholds that we can, and then reinforce them and make sure each portion next to us, if it's touching one of the logos, I want 3 million fans in and about. And then we just got to strengthen our borders, keep it so we can't get disconnected. One time through that really fast part, we did get disconnected, and that kind of wasted a turn for me just because I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. So now that we have all the strongholds on the west, we have every single space on the west coast. This is pretty much the strategy that I do. So I'm going to just go ahead and put all my reinforcements here. And then sometimes you guys might need to use the move fans phase. I got 13 million here. They're just chilling here. They don't need to be there because they're not touching anything. There's no one that can attack them. So now we have 30 million fans up here. And once I get the west coast and make sure my borders up here it is pretty strong so no one can disconnect me, now is where we start to just snake down. So, I'm just going down on the part, and you guys will see. So we're attacking this. We got the Rockies here, and then we're just gonna go down here, and then here, and then here, and just keep snaking around, just getting as many territories as possible. I could do this one if I wanted to, and go this way, this way, this way, this way, just kind of go diagonal, take one line at a time. It kind of depends on how you want to do it. No one way might, one way might be faster than the other, but in the end, you're pretty much doing the same thing, just a different direction. So I could go to the right here, and we're just really trying to now get as many territories as possible. And see, so the Diamondbacks took that one back over, so we'll go ahead and retake it. And then just go down this way, go to the right, and then we'll take the left one. And we're going to continue to just kind of snake our way, go down one way, go up next to it, go down, and just snake our way over the entire board. And slowly but surely you will get all the territories, slowly but surely. And it's kind of like exponential, the growth, man. It's kind of like a snowball. So you're rolling a snowball in the snow, the bigger it gets, and it's getting bigger and bigger. You're picking up more fans and everything, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And the more spaces you have on the map, so we're taking over these spaces, the more spaces we have, the more reinforcements we'll get per turn, which means the more we'll have when we're attacking, which means the easier we'll be. The more spaces we're able to get per turn, which, you know, the more spaces means the more reinforcements. So it's just kind of like a snowball effect. The more it continues to grow, the more it will grow, and the faster it will get. So, you know, we're done on the attack phase now. And then so once you're snaking, I'll kind of show you guys my strategy for the snaking a little bit. We're on the reinforced phase. So I just want to, you know, I'm probably going to start off right here and just continue to snake my way. And, you know, you want to check out your borders, make sure, you know, they're still at 3, because there were some times I didn't do that when I was simulating, and you know, the Mariners would retake over this spot, things like that. Just make sure your borders are all secure. Just tighten them up a little bit, and you know, you might want to tighten the new borders that you did make, just so you don't accidentally lose that and lose any, you know, progress that you had. So I'm going to put my remaining fans into this spot right here, looking for one. You know, I could maybe just take the 3 from here. I don't really need that one. Just put them in here, get 2 million extra fans. And it's rinse and repeat, man. Then once you get to this point, you're pretty much done. It's just a matter of how many turns it's going to take you, how the simulations go for you, where the other teams decide to attack. But you're pretty much good to go at this point in Conquest. And now you're just going to be snaking your way all the way, you know, up and down as you slowly make your way. I guess we got to go this way. Slowly make your way towards the east side of the map. And it's pretty simple, man. It's really not that hard once you get the hang of it. I could, you know, add a few reinforcements here and attack this D-backs one here and here, and just kind of get those 2 extra spaces so I don't have to go down in here and then be cut off when I'm at that last space. That's little things you can do just to, you know, make it a little bit faster. But like you can see here, man, it's not that hard. It can just be a little bit time consuming. For me, I'm on turn 34. I've been doing this for almost 45 minutes now, which it's a decent amount of time. However, it's not like a lot of time. You know, this is one Breaking Bad episode for me to accomplish all that I've done. You know, it's a good thing to do while you're catching up on your YouTube subscriptions, while you're watching a Twitch streamer, while you're listening to music, watching a movie, anything like that. It's kind of a good thing to do when you don't need to be paying attention. And I think now you guys should probably have the hang of it. We'll just go ahead and show you the reinforcement turn again, show you guys how many we have. And yeah, so now we got 34 million. So, you know, it's just, you slowly add more. I could just start with this one, put them all in here, and then snake my way up that way. There's a lot of territories with one over here, and you guys can see these are all the Diamondbacks territories. We have the Diamondbacks surrounded, so they can't reinforce these. These numbers will not be going up. Other teams, you know, the Royals are going to start coming in, the Astros are going to start coming in, and you know, kind of helping you out in a way, a little bit. And that's pretty much it, man. So the hardest part, the most time consuming part, in my opinion, is just really getting the entire West Coast. You can see the Padres actually got this one back here, so we're just gonna have to take care of that. That's not a huge deal, but you know, you don't want to leave that unattended because they could kind of slowly creep up on you. But it's really not that hard, man. You're getting more territories, more reinforcements every single turn, and then you just got to slowly make your way across the rest of the map. Hopefully these tips helped you guys out. Leave a like if these helped you. Comment down below other tips you have or other tips that you want to see, you know, missions, other game modes, things like that, other videos, you know, helping you guys out. If there's anything you guys have questions about, leave them down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you are new for more MLB The Show 18 videos. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you again so much for watching. Peace out.